everyone contributed. So I think even though it's a single sport on the court, everyone has to put in. And like even though I was on the court alone, it didn't feel like that at all. I had all my teammates, my friends who came to watch me, the coaches who all came, Brittany and Coach Osborne. So it feels good, but there's a lot more that goes into it. It was a big team effort today.
All right. Can you walk us through the key moments or plays that you believe contributed to your success in the game?
Yeah, I think the fourth game, I was down in the fourth game 10-8. He had 2 match balls, and I was just thinking, this is the last match you're ever going to play for Navy. And even though it's not, that's like the mentality that I had, and I really just dug in and fought. And then I started off the 5th game not too great, but I had the same mentality to finish out the match. Like it was the last match I was ever going to play. So that went well, and I got lucky in the end.
All right. What aspects of your game did you focus on to have such a strong performance?
I think after the 3rd game, Coach and Hank calmed me down, and we discussed that I just needed to hit it above the tin. I was putting in the ball well, but focusing on those margins really helped me, and that helped me throughout the match.
All right. Were there any challenges or obstacles you had to overcome during the game?
Yeah. Physically, I got a little tired in the 2nd and 3rd game. I think we stopped for like 15, 20 minutes during the 2nd game, and that didn't help with momentum. So just getting that momentum back after that was a big challenge, but I got through it.
Did you have any specific strategies or tactics that you employed during the match? And can you share any insights into your mental preparation and mindset coming into it?
Can't give away all my secrets, but just the basic length targets to the back of the court. So he has a good volley, and he was kind of taking advantage of loose balls when he would go on those runs. So just getting the ball past him, hitting it higher than his volley. And in terms of mental preparation, it starts at the beginning of the day, getting up early, getting on the bike, doing some mobility, and making sure the blood is pumping throughout the entire day. 5:30 is kind of a weird time to start for some of us, so really getting that mental edge by proper nutrition and just sleep the night before, but just same stuff every time.
All right, and what advice do you have for any aspiring squash players who want to excel at the sport?
Anything's possible. I didn't come to college squash that great of a player, but I dug deep and worked hard every single day, and that's kind of the Navy mentality that we all have here. But anything's possible. That was a good win for the team, and come to Navy if you want to excel at working hard.
All right, and lastly, looking ahead, what are your personal goals and aspirations for the rest of the season or future matches?
So we got 2 matches this weekend. It's match by match for me. Even though I won today, it's, you win for 10 minutes and then you got to get down to earth and see what you have to do to be better for this weekend. You got to treat the wins and losses exactly the same for this season because it's very long. We got a lot of matches. So just thinking about the match on Saturday, it's going to be a good one.
I mean, it went as well as I think we kind of expected. We lost to this squad twice, 5-4 last season. And so coming in, we knew it was going to be an absolute battle. And the first wave of matches was really important. Coming in and kind of building a lead through that first shift takes a little bit of pressure off the second tier. And I think we won 4 of the first 5 matches, and so that just takes a little bit of pressure off, the guys coming on second shift. And so standing here today, ecstatic. That's a team that beat us twice last year. We got them this time, and certainly just know that, for the upcoming season and the next time we play each other, it's going to be another battle.
All right. What do you think your team did well?
Strong starts. I think we won, I'm looking at it now, 7 or 8 of the first games. And so getting on Dickinson early was important. And then it was kind of like once you get up, can we keep that momentum and motivation to keep pushing through? I think we did a really good job of that, especially through the middle of the ladder. I think there were a lot of guys who played really well today, really solid, really consistent throughout. And I think kind of a key to that was really getting on top of them early, and then when games got close, we had the edge throughout the course of the match.
All right. How do you feel about your players' performance individually and as a team?
Team-wise, we did a great job of supporting one another. I think that's one of the things we pride ourselves on, making sure that, number one, you take care of your match, but number two, you're there to support your teammates. You can see at the end of the match, all of our guys sitting together cheering Henry on, and that was something, the match was already over, and yet we're still kind of engaged in making sure that all of our teammates feel that same support. So really proud of kind of how we collectively bought in today. And then individually, I can harp again, getting on top of them, winning those first games. Just takes a little bit of stress off knowing you're 1-0 in a best of 5. You kind of have the upper hand. It's from that point, it's can we control and can we move forward? And we did a really good job of that. Like I said, the middle of the lineup was fantastic today, and a big part of that was getting on their opponents early, and then kind of the support, helping each other out.
Mm-hmm. Can you share any insights into your team's strategy going into this match, and were there any specific areas of focus in your team's preparation for the game?
Yeah, we knew this was going to be tough. We knew this was going to be a challenge. That's a physical and mental kind of barrier that we have to push through. We get really excited. They're in our conference. We see them a lot. They get really excited when they come to play us too. And so energy levels are just really high, and we had to make sure that our intensity was more consistent and just better than theirs throughout. And I think that shows just with, again, I can keep harping on the starts, but that's a sign of getting the right energy, being in the right mental mindset, being the right kind of physicality to make sure that you're ready to go from point number one. And we did a really good job of that, and that was kind of a focus coming in. It was let's start with that energy because we know this is going to be a battle, and the earlier we can jump on them and the earlier we can apply some pressure, the rest of the team can kind of come together and support that in the end.
All right. Were there any challenges or unexpected moments during the match that your team had to adapt to?
It's always going to be a momentum game. You can stand, and with so many matches going on at once, you can have moments where it feels like a bunch of points are going Dickinson's way and a bunch of points are going our way. And so, there weren't any that stand out in my head in terms of like this is a real defining moment. But certainly, that first shift, winning the first game in the majority of those matches and building 2-love leads in a number of those courts, that's a sign of just how ready we were for what we knew this challenge was going to be. And then Matt coming through in 5 and battling down from 2-1 down, saving a couple match balls. That's a hardship that he overcame in his individual match. And you can feel how that just kind of helps the energy with the rest of the team. Adding on that. I don't know if it was the 5th or 6th one at the time, but that really, you can kind of carry from court to court. So no real kind of team hardships that I felt we faced, but certainly every individual kind of battled through some different momentums throughout the course of their matches.
Mm-hmm. All right. Can you highlight any standout moments or exceptional plays by your players? Yeah,
it was, I'll say our plebes, we had 4 of our 5 plebes all win their matches today. And this was really, this early on in their kind of collegiate career against a team that had bested us twice last year. It's a tough spot to throw yourself into. And I think they all did just a fantastic job of mentally being up for it and executing when it counted. And so I'm really proud of kind of how the group of them really handled today's moment. And then Matt, our number 1, battling from 2-1 down, that goes a long way. As a testament to the work he's put in the off season. It's a testament to kind of the mental and physical push he was able to have, throughout the course of what was 70, 75 minutes. I'm not sure the exact length. So really proud of him as well. And then collectively, we're there for each other. And if that's something that we can take from here and build on, being there, supporting one another, whether an individual wins, whether an individual loses, we're all together throughout the course of the match. That's something that we really hold ourselves accountable to, and the team did an excellent job of that today.
Mm-hmm. All right. And lastly, looking ahead, what are your thoughts on the upcoming matches and the rest of the season? Yeah,
so this weekend we take on number 1 in the country, Penn, which you only get so few opportunities to play the best team in the country, and so our guys are going to get really excited for that. We're going to be pumped to kind of just have that opportunity to really see what that top tier level is like. And then we follow that up on Sunday against number 22 Bates, who's in a similar ranking to kind of where we are. And so, the energy that we can carry from here hopefully can take us into giving it our all Saturday against Penn, and then putting ourselves in position to win that match on Sunday is something that we can get excited about. We can use this to kind of catapult that, and hopefully go into Thanksgiving break with a 1-1 split this weekend.